Now I gotta talk about this next bit. Everyone and their mother has been yelling at me about this. Star, if you're still here, we're talking about him. Studio Series 86 Megatron. So full disclosure, I kind of knew about this guy for a few days. I knew about it for a little bit. I knew about yeah, these were leaks, Probate. These are leaks. But yeah, it did get leaked. I'm pretty sure, someone can correct me on this. I believe that these photos are from Prime versus Prime, because he tends to get the leaked figures because he buys them from thieves. People will stop complaining about the Siege mold now that we have this outstanding looking Megatron. I stand by this. The Siege mold is fine. The Siege mold is fine. It's just overused. But also, dear God, look at how clean that is. So, well, I'm sure you notice this little thing right here. We are going to discuss that. But first, I just want to look at it. So I was worried that the head was too long, and I realized why the head is as tall as it is. It's so that he's the same height as Optimus. It's so that he's the same height as Optimus. Because I personally actually think the head is too long. Personally. But also, egg on my face. I admit it, I will admit this. I was one of the people that did believe that they were going to heavily retool Megatronus to be Megatron. From what it looks like, no, I was wrong. This is a completely brand new figure. I taught you about that. I know! It's just, I'll be real, Megatronus was so good. It had enough of the body that made me think, okay, this is probably gonna be Megatron. I'm sorry. Something in my bones was like, this might end up being turned into a Megatron. Now that being said, TJ, I do stand by this. Autobot Megatron? Oh wow, you and I had the same thought. You and I had the exact same thought at the same time. Let's go. Yeah, no, I do think Megatronus could be a mean Autobot Megatron. I will stand by that. But yes, he's big too, leader class. So I will admit, this comparison with him and Studio Series, and MP 36 Megatron, it does point out my one big problem with it. I don't like the blue. I don't like the weird blue that they chose to do on the shins and the feet. I kind of wish it was more just a gunmetal gray. I'll be real, chat. That's my one criticism. That's my one criticism. I wish that the face, again, I wish it was a little bit more squat, so that it looked more like the MP36. Because I think the 80 Studio 86 is a little too stretched out vertically. But even then, you gotta admit this is cool. Like, there's also, like, no robot kibble on the underside. I'm so used to there being robot kibble. I was fully expecting to see Megatron's face. And it really does look like the majority of the exterior bits of the tank. Oh my God, Chad, I did not see this photo. I did not see this photo. I did not see that photo, how it literally just unfolds. Yeah, no, it's looking like all of it is just in the legs. The majority of the exterior of the tank is just in the legs. It's a robot in disguise! For real, for real. So they did come up with a nice little trick to keep the, quote, correct alt mode for him. He comes with a gun that is the Walter P36. Or wait, is it the P98? Either way, he does come with the handgun that is him. I've seen a lot of people still complaining that he turns into a tank. Chat, we need to accept that Megatron is never going to turn into a gun again. At a retail level, Megatron is never getting turned into a gun again. I have seen so many people complain about how they want him to go back to the gun mode. It's never going to happen. Masterpiece is probably the final bastion, the final frontier of where gun Megatron will be. We are never getting a retail Megatron that purposefully turns into a gun again. Japan Megatron will happen, but not in the US. But the thing is, Toa, like I said, that's why I'm sticking to Masterpiece. Because, Toa, Japan has released Megatrons that are exclusive to them. And they don't turn into a gun. Yeah, missing Link Megatron might turn into a gun. But that's it. That is it. And I do firmly believe that MPG Megatron is also going to follow MPG Optimus and just be based off of modern depictions. Yeah, exactly, Probate. I stand by that, and I will die on that hill. Mark my words, chat. The next Masterpiece Megatron is going to be a tank. I think tank form just sells better than the gun form. I personally prefer the tank. Here's my issue is with the tank. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's a tank. My big issue with giving Megatron the tank mode is that they are still hell-bent on making the robot mode look like the G1 form, which is blatantly a robot that turns into a gun. That's the big problem. I actually believe Megatron needs a modern day update that isn't just the G1 Megatron. And you can still make homages to it. You can still make homages to it. Like I said, IDW Megatron turns into a tank is not blatantly the G1 Megatron, but still looks like reminiscent to the G1 Megatron. Like, that's why. So, that's the other reason why Megatron tank modes tend to suffer. Because they have to turn into a tank, but still turn into G1 Megatron. Gun that somehow fits in Starscream's hand. Well, no, it's designed to. The gun mode is like the little gun is meant to fit with other figures. It's a 5mm port. I like how Earthspark could be the starting point because he looks good. Well, the thing is, fun fact, Toa, do you want to know one of the key inspirations for Earthspark Megatron's design? And we know that this is a fact. It's IDW Autobot Megatron. Like, they've openly said it's IDW Autobot Megatron. That was their key bit of influence for that Megatron. I mean to show how Megatron... Oh, mass displacement has always been a thing. I'll be real, don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. Don't think too much about it. It's just tomfoolery. However, it does lead into the fact that, again, to TJ's point, the gun was always kind of stupid. The gun was always kind of stupid. Yeah, Skybound Megatron turns into a tank. Exactly, Camaro. Skybound turns into a tank, and I'll be real though. I am actually in the best alt mode for Megatron is an Osprey. I'll be real. Hot take. I actually like the idea that the majority of the Decepticons choose aerial forms. I actually like that. I actually like the idea that the majority of Decepticons choose flight modes. Animated Megatron fan detected. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! So are all these formers trans? Yes. The answer is yes. But no, like I said, I have a few issues with it. I think the head is too long, and I think I don't like the blue on the shins. But overall, I like it. Overall, I like it. I love that it's going to be at a leader class budget. I love that it's going to be at a leader class price. There are Transformers we could mention. What's it called? IDWRC is a proud trans woman. I'm trying to think of other. Wait. Oh my God. TJ, help me out here. Yeah, a Node and. Oh, that's right. A Node and Lug are trans lesbians. I forgot about that. Yes. Yes. I forgot about that. I love them. Thank you. Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride, everybody. Oh my gosh. Yes, no, I forgot about that. Yeah, I love them. I'm trying to think. Oh, well, they're not trans, but they are non-binary. There's also, oh my God, what? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. TJ from Earthspark. Nightshade? Was it Nightshade? Nightshade was non-binary, right? Not Nightshade, I feel it. Yeah, Nightshade, yes. Yes! I do remember this. We love Nightshade. We love Nightshade in this household. God, I wish seasons 2 and 3 of Earthspark were better. God, I wish they were better. Season 1 was so good. Chat, if you want to watch a good season of Transformers, watch just season 1 of Earthspark. Technically, all of them could get pregnant, but that's besides the point. We also have gender fluid, Acid Storm. That's right, and Howlback. Wait, do we count? Okay, wait, TJ. Do we count Skywarp as trans? Since in very recent media, they've been making Skywarp a girl. I feel like we can make the argument that Skywarp is now a trans icon. I feel like we could do that now. Yes, always. High five! It's always different. That's true. It's always in different universes. Hell yeah, I support women's rights and wrongs. Let's go, Min! Let's go! High fives! High fives all around! Let's go. Also, can we get a shout from Min? Yay! Oh my gosh, all my buddies are here. This makes me happy. Pardon, Skywarp has transitioned to lady in recent media? Okay, so TLDR, in Transformers Cyberverse, they attempted to make Skywarp a girl, but they were like, no, not gonna, like, you can't do that, make anyone else a girl. And so they turned, I believe it was, oh my God, Nova Storm. Yeah, they turned Nova Storm into a girl instead. And then in Earthspark, Nova Storm came back, was a girl, but Skywarp also came back and was a girl. What did Megatron transform into in Prime again? It's been, oh, just a Cybertronian jet. Just a Cybertronian jet. Skywarp, my goth queen. My headcanon now is that the award-winning director / writer, Thundercracker, lives with their trans wife, Skywarp. Please? 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 With their dog, Buster? Reminder, chat. Thundercracker is an Oscar-winning director and writer. Reminder! That's a thing! That's a thing! I love Transformers! I love Transformers so much!